Good Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith, and I'm still quite nasally as a result of the sinus infection over the past weekend, but I'm going to try to go ahead and do the video forecast discussion for your Wednesday, and it's a pleasant one too, the 5th of August, 2015. And it's a partly to mostly sunny morning coming up this morning. We do have some high cirrus clouds over the region, but pressures are rising as the cold front moved through last night. We were in an area of sinking air aloft, so the air mass stabilized quite substantially, and no precipitation fell in the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia metro area, points further south through the Virginias and down through Delaware. Parts of Maryland as well had some strong thunderstorms and even a possible tornado, and we'll show you those in the storm reports in a moment. But right now the weather outside for this Wednesday morning, quite pleasant. Temperatures are generally running in the, well, let's see. According to the surface chart here, we've got temperatures in Sussex County in the upper 50s this morning with light winds and clear skies. Other areas, though, seeing temperatures generally in the upper 60s to lower 70s across the region. The winds are calm, and it's a beautiful morning out there this morning. Here's our morning visible satellite loop this morning as the satellite is passing overhead, and we find some cirrus introduction here to the levels of clouds across the region streaming in from the southwest ahead of this trough, a shortwave moving through the Great Lakes region, but most of this will scurry out of here by the later morning, and mostly sunny skies will be felt across the region. Taking a look at the water vapor channel this morning also shows a streamline of the upper level winds here associated with associated with the jet max passing through the region this morning, producing some high thin cirrus clouds across portions of the region, but all of this could begin to dry out today. Could be a few more clouds, northern sections during this afternoon as this trough moves through. Little limited moisture here is just being shown here on the water vapor channel, so probably just an isolated low cap chance of an isolated shower or even just a brief sprinkle in parts of the region this morning or later this morning or afternoon. Outside of that, it should be turning to a beautiful day. Surf zone forecast for the New Jersey and Delaware beaches. Mostly sunny skies later on this morning into the afternoon. High temperatures in the middle 80s, which is about normal for this time of the year. The beach winds out of the west, beautiful, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Seas around 3 feet, that's pretty good. Surf temperatures around 75. UVI index is high. Sunscreen still going to be a must today at 8. Low risk of rip currents. Never swim alone. Never swim near piers and jetties. Always swim with a flotation device and in lifeguarded areas. Next high tide at Belmar will be shortly after noon today at about 12:06. On the aviation weather deck for today, mainly MVFR visibilities this morning improving, and then after that basically just VFR conditions, maybe a little bit of IFR and some denser clouds around Atlantic City earlier this morning, and then just VFR conditions. West to northwest winds increase this afternoon, gust up to 15 to 20 knots and diminishing towards sunset. For Thursday, VFR conditions. Thursday night and Friday now looks like MVFR and IFR possible across southern areas where there is still a possibility of rain. Generally VFR now across the north, so that's where the guidance is improving here. Saturday and Sunday, generally VFR all areas, MVFR possible along coastal regions. Northeast winds at 15 to 25 knots, especially along the coast during the day on Saturday and Sunday. But beautiful weather indeed. 75 right now in Newark, dew point 60, that's pretty good. Humidity 60%, the wind is northwest at 3. A few clouds at 25,000, and basically some scattered clouds around the region during today as to be expected, but VFR conditions in place. Philadelphia right now is looking good, 74, dew point 55, relative humidity 52%, the wind is northwest at 5, basically VFR conditions in place. We have nothing going on in the tropics. We have no airport delays. We have no watches, warnings, or advisories on land or sea, so we'll get into the forecast in just a moment. Ultraviolet radiation, 8 today and going into the high side again on right through Saturday, so sunscreen a must. Pollen from grass is really pretty dominantly on the moderate to high side. Nothing really from the trees as everything is gone now, and it's just really just grass and weed, mainly just grass, and just the dry air that's been in place with the moisture that's been here producing a lot of these pathogens and allergens throughout the air. Okay, let's do this briefly now. Here's our trough and cold front pass off the coast. High pressure briefly building in. Here's an upper level disturbance moving through the Great Lakes. A few clouds and maybe a sprinkle and certain sections, but mostly nobody's really going to see much in the way of appreciable precipitation here. Now, that frontal boundary stalls out to our south, which is dictated here and shown on most of the model guidance now, and even the European, the GFS, and predominantly the NAM2 has come around to the idea that this wave of low pressure across the central plains stays along and south along the boundary, producing very little of consequential weather for the northern reaches. However, the Delmarva areas will see some light precipitation across the region during the day on Thursday night and Friday as that wave of low pressure scoots off the Carolina coast. So people heading down to the Carolinas can experience a little bit of light rain across the region on Thursday and Friday afternoon, and then that wave just moves off the coast and basically just leaving us with prefrontal trough, or basically just a dry passage of a cold front across the region on Saturday, reinforcing more high pressure across the region into the weekend. Looks like most of the weekend's going to be dry and seasonable. Cooler dew points too, drier dew points, so things are going to be quite nice for the weekend coming up. So we'll leave it at that right now and let you enjoy the rest of this summer week and weekend coming up. For everything live, it's GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm a nasally forecaster, Robert Smith. You have a very pleasant Wednesday.